Gentlemen, welcome to another video here in Mantelligence. Today, Kay, Larry, and I are talking about a very controversial topic amongst men, and on some occasions, women. Today, we're talking about the things men should never apologize for. We were inspired by Alpha M's video, where he spoke about the things you should never apologize for as a man, and so we thought we'd make our own. And tune in, because at the end of this video, we'll be teaching you men how you should apologize, in case you might have to. I mean, we all make mistakes. So what are the things men should never apologize for? Let's find out, shall we?
Number 5, never say sorry for being honest.
Men often get a bad rep every time they try to be honest, probably because we were raised in a society where we were expected to act stoic and indifferent. We get scared, or we try to hold ourselves back when we have to tell the truth because we worry about what might hurt other people, or because we're trying to avoid conflicts. And on occasions, when we decide to be honest, we often follow it up with an apology to soften the blow. But us men should never apologize for telling the truth. You have to learn how to speak your mind, especially when it matters. Besides, don't you think it's ironic to apologize after telling the truth? It waters down the truth and it makes you less compelling. Oh, and did you know that honesty is the most powerful leadership trait? Being able to lead is one of the tricks to be an alpha male wherever you go. An article in the business journals has this statement: effective leaders are generally viewed as honest by other people. An honest leader will not stray from the truth and will avoid ever sharing information in a less than straightforward way. So when does it pay to be honest? Every time the greater good is at stake.
Is your manager a bad boss? Tell them the truth. Is your best friend settling for less than he deserves? Give him some tough love and wake him up with the truth. Is your girlfriend complacent in your relationship? Give her an intervention and talk it out. You might be thinking, I don't even know how to speak up. Psychotherapist Eileen V. Fishman explained that the better you know yourself, what you're feeling, and why, the more likely you are to express yourself honestly, without the need for calculated tact. So if you want to be more honest, start with yourself. If you want to know more tricks to become an alpha male, watch this video. Number 4, never say sorry for not knowing something.
Not knowing something and asking questions are things men should never apologize for. You can't have all the answers in the world. That's just the hard truth of life. So don't choke yourself if you find yourself clueless when someone asks you what E equals MC squared is for. Albert Einstein once said, "The most important thing is not to stop questioning. Never lose a holy curiosity." Heck, even Einstein doesn't know everything. Did you even know that the physics and math genius played the violin? He had a very hard time counting rhythms. Men, there's no shame in not knowing everything, and asking about it should not make you feel like less of a man. In fact, the more curious you are, the better. For one, if you want to make any woman fall in love with you, research suggests that being curious and asking questions helps you connect with strangers better. According to psychologist Todd Kashjan, when you show curiosity, ask questions, and find out something interesting about another person, people disclose more, share more, and return the favor by asking questions too. Kashjan also added that being curious and asking questions sets up a spiral of give and take, fostering intimacy.
If you're still not convinced why you should never apologize for not knowing something, here are more reasons why being curious is important. It makes your mind more active and makes you smarter. It helps you come up with better ideas. It opens up new worlds and possibilities. And finally, the lives of curious people are never boring. So men, keep an open mind and keep asking questions. If you want more tips on how to make any woman fall in love with you, watch this video. Number 3, never say sorry for having a self-care habit.
When it comes to a man's lifestyle, we all expect to see a manly man stereotype. You know, the rugged, unkempt man almost reminiscent of a lumberjack? Although there's nothing wrong with how these types of men live, men who take extra measures to care for themselves are often shamed for not being man enough. If you're the type of man that likes to pamper himself, has a gym membership, and is particularly specific about his diet, kudos. Men should never apologize for having a self-care habit. I mean, the women don't have to, right? Never say sorry if you like to take time for yourself. It actually makes you a better man. Why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're not taking care of yourself, how would you take care of other things in your life, like your job, relationships, even your hobbies? In fact, research shows that self-care enhances your health, decisions, and day-to-day actions. If you still don't have a self-care routine, you might be asking, isn't it a bit extra? Not at all. A recent research article noted that self-care is not an indulgence. Rather, it's an essential component of prevention for distress, burnout, and impairment. The article also explained that self-care shouldn't be considered something extra or nice to do if you have the time. So men, creating a culture of self-care in your day-to-day isn't a crime. It's encouraged. Never apologize for this, ever.
Our time is almost up for this video about things men should never apologize for. But before we continue on to our last 2 items, we want to remind you that at the end of this video, we'll be teaching you how to apologize like a man. So what are the other things men should never apologize for? Let's jump back in. Number 2, never say sorry for leaving toxic relationships.
Whether it's platonic, romantic, familial, or even work-related, leaving a toxic relationship is one of the things that men should never apologize for. After all, you are who you surround yourself with. If you're constantly around people who only bring you down or abuse you, your chances of living a great and happy life are slim. Cut them off and don't look back. Life is too short and too precious to waste your time with these kinds of people. Stop being the nice guy and learn how to stand up for yourself. It's also worth noting that people don't necessarily have to be toxic for you to cut them off. You have to know when to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. Say you and your current girlfriend aren't compatible, or maybe you grew apart from a good friend. You have to let the wrong ones go before the right ones can come in. So back to knowing how to stand up for yourself without being a jerk. Be straightforward, polite, and firm. Be direct and assertive in what you say and what you want, but don't be mean or aggressive. Remember, energy is contagious, so be picky about who you keep around you. It's your life, so never apologize for letting the wrong ones go. Are you always getting taken for granted? Stop being the nice guy all the time. Watch this video if you want to know how.
Number 1, never say sorry for having dreams and wanting more out of life. A high-value man has goals and is unapologetic in pursuing them. Men should never apologize for having dreams and wanting more out of life. These kinds of men are ambitious, confident, and go-getters. While these traits are admirable, some people will take them as being aggressive and sometimes even delusional. But gentlemen, the truth is, these people are just plain complacent. There's nothing wrong with aiming high or wanting more. As long as you're confident without being cocky and you're not hurting anyone, whatever your dream is, no matter how big or how small it is, I say go for it. If you've always been a wallflower and you want to know how to make friends and improve your social skills, go for it. If you're trying to learn how to be more charming because you want to win over the girl of your dreams, go for it. We hope you get her. If you say you're going to follow in Elon Musk's footsteps someday, we believe you. We're all rooting for you.
Okay, so you messed up big time. And while today's video is all about being unapologetic, it's also important to recognize when you're wrong and should apologize. But how do you apologize like a man? Empathize, make up for what you did wrong, and never do it again. Empathize with how the other person feels and how you've hurt them. Find a remedy for the situation and don't slip up ever again. The best apology is changed behavior. Men are naturally proud and sometimes it can be hard to apologize. Not saying sorry is one of the things men do a lot. But gentlemen, knowing how to apologize is important. Real men take responsibility.
Can you think of more things men should never apologize for? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. We love hearing from you.
Gentlemen, now that you know all about the things you should never apologize for, we hope that by now you already know how to be unapologetic when it matters and how to be more confident around people while at it. And if you want to know more tricks to become an alpha male, check out this video.